Greetings everyone, Greg here again with another video helping you transform your business, perhaps transform your life. In this video we're going to be taking a look at how to do many-to-many relationships inside of Odoo, and specifically learning about them and how they fit in. So like always, please subscribe. Only literally 9% of the people that watch these videos actually subscribe, and it only takes a second and really helps. So like always, let's get started right away. And I'm going to basically go over in this video, how we use many-to-manys and how they're structured inside of Odoo. And then in the next video is where we're going to see actually how to create these many-to-many relationships inside of code. So if you already know about many-to-many, look and wait for that next video. However, if you have any confusion about many-to-manys, this should help clear up how they work. So let's look at an example of a many-to-many that has been implemented inside of our sales order. So if we bring up a sales order here and look at other info, we'll notice here under sales there's a tags, and this one has information, but if I mouse over this, we'll see that this field is named tag_IDs, and that it's of course in the object sale.order, and the type is many-to-many. So this is a many-to-many field. And at the bottom we can see the relation is to crm.tag. And so what we know from this is that crm.tag is holding the available tags. And this is a many-to-many because every sales order can use any of the tags. So there could be other sales orders that use information on them. And that's different than for example, the one-to-many, where, like for example, in the line items, these line items are only associated with this sales order. They can't be associated with another sales order. That's why they're a one-to-many. A many-to-many, the items such as this, they can be located in many different orders. And it's a many-to-many because I can come in here and pick another tag and another tag and another tag. And there's no limit to how many that I select here, except for just practicality, and the form and the function of the widget itself right here. But as you can see, we have many different tags here, and that we can then go to another sales order and add those same tags are going to be available to us here. So we have design here and training there, and we also have the same thing here. So that's our many-to-many as how it works in a practical end user standpoint and implemented. Now let's look at the diagram so we can understand a little bit about the structure before, obviously in the next video we use code to make it. So here is how this looks in our structure. Is we have our sales order here, and I left some of those other relationships that we used from previous videos. So if you have any confusion about many-to-one or one-to-many relationships, please check those videos out, because those videos came prior to this, and this is kind of like the third type of relationships that you can have that are the common database type relationships in Odoo models. So let's look at how this kind of works. So we have the tag IDs we saw was specified as a many-to-many. What we don't see inside of the Odoo models is that the ORM is creating this SQL join table that we don't really see from the Odoo side of things. It creates it for us, and I didn't bother to go find out their naming conventions and how that is working behind the scenes, because it really shouldn't concern us. The whole idea of this ORM is to abstract us from having to worry about the details of Postgres. That would be a topic for another video. In this video, however, I want you to understand how it works so you get an idea of the mechanisms at play. So here's our CRM tag, or the crm.tag model that we can see defined right here. So when we come up over tags and go over this, we'll see that this relationship is to the crm.tag model. And therefore, we can go right in here, open that in a new tab, and we'll go to our settings. And remember, you're going to want to have developer mode on for all of these things so that you can look through your database architecture. And if we go to crm.tag, you'll see that we have this model here, CRM tag. And of course, we have the name in here and the fields that are provided. And notice there's also a color. So this is how it gets the color that we want for the tag, is just an integer field. And so this is the relation and how it's defined down here. And what I did was I kind of grayed this out to show that there is no model inside of ORM, inside the ORM, that represents this, but behind the scenes, this is how it's getting kept track of. Is that the ID from a CRM tag goes here to a field. I'm just saying this is tag ID. I'm not looking into Postgres to see what this field actually is, but from a logical like a pseudo database design, this is what's happening, is that this is the tag ID and that hooks it up to the join table, and then the sale order ID, again, this might not be what it's actually named in the join table, but I'm referencing it this way so you can understand logically how this works. It's going to be tied here. And I'm using many-to-many reference here just to show that this is all a many-to-many, but this is actually technically not a many-to-many to the join table. It's still a many-to-one to here, and this one is a many-to-one to here, and then this join table keeps all of the records that basically join these two tables. So I've called this a join table from when you basically take two tables and then you have this table in between. It's keeping the keys for each one, and so this is how logically a many-to-many is represented inside of Odoo. This being, you can look up inside of models in the ORM, this being in Postgres only. So this is a SQL Postgres table that the ORM creates for us, and we don't have to worry about managing. It just manages us for it, so we can focus on this many-to-many relationship to our CRM tag relationship. So that's it. There's not a whole lot to it once you've gotten to this point. So if you can understand the many-to-one, that's probably the first one to understand. Then you understand the one-to-many, and now you hopefully, after this video, have a really strong grasp on the many-to-many. And in my very final kind of one on these three main relationship types, I'm going to do a creating many-to-many relationships with Odoo, and you'll get to see the code behind this and how we can create our own many-to-many relationship. So thanks for watching. I appreciate everyone. If you want to become really an expert Odoo developer and really get help and some developer coaching, please check out my links below to my Odoo Inner Circle and odooclass.com, where I have complete courses that can help you go from just a complete novice to becoming an Odoo expert with a well-paced training program. So I really appreciate everyone. I hope this helps people that are confused on many-to-many. So thanks for watching.